more knowledge or who want to climb up the management role. Many of them, they know that what's IFMA, and they know that this is one of the most sought after certificates in the field. So that's why they join the course. And there are others who have not very much a clear clue on facility management, but they can see the market. They can see that now we are having more buildings completed, more buildings are shifted from construction into operations, and that's why they seek to align themselves with this new growing field. Some of them may be already doing this, or maybe they're doing it, or simply they want to change career. They're fed up usually from construction or any other field, and they want to see some opportunities in the facilities management. And this course again provides the requirements for these individuals. So whether you, because it's a very comprehensive course, it goes irrespective of your current knowledge area. And you will see that the course is so broad and the certification is so broad. It's not like some others will have a misconception. This is a course about certified facility manager. So you get the certification as a certified facility manager. The IFMA focuses way more on the managerial aspects of a facility manager. So it is not, this course will not teach you on the cycles of maintaining an HVAC system, or how to do water balancing on a system, or how to check the electric current consistency, or how to check the output of a pump. It's a non-technical course. It's a managerial course. It's a course which covers a broad range of soft and hard skills, which you, as someone handling facilities, should be aware of. It's a beautiful course. I myself like it a lot. And I find that it's helpful to any kind of manager in whatever level of their career that they're looking at, because I always call it as a mini MBA. So it's a very comprehensive course. It covers a very wide range of management, whether you are in construction or you are in facilities and you want to upgrade yourself, or wherever you are in your career. If you are starting, or if you have under your belt 20 years of experience, this course can help you progress and move up the ladder from wherever you are. So that moved out of the way, I will continue the introductions, and Muthu Kumar Rajendran, can you please introduce yourself? Muthu Kumar, are you there? Okay, I'll go to Najita.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I am working with the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy as a facilities engineer. So I would like to get certification. That's it.
Okay, welcome on board, Najita. It's good to have females in the class. That will create some kind of balance of the roughness of the career. But usually we have more females here. It's great to see you here, especially someone working on one of the biggest projects going on in the country. Welcome on board, Najita.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I will go Nuruddin Al-Abid. Not there. Ranjit.
Hello, can you hear?
Yeah, can hear you.
Yes, yes. My name is Ranjit.
Myself
working. Yeah, hi. Working in facility management for last around 15 years.
So that we will be covering a little bit in more detail as we move with the course. So welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else would like to introduce themselves? All right. I don't know if I've missed a name or two, but anyhow, if someone would like to introduce themselves, please go ahead. If not, we're going to be moving along. So basically, today's course is an introductory session into this IFMA CFM training course. The first part of it was to get to know the team, to get to know the individuals, and what are the aspirations of each and every one. And as I said, from my experience and interaction through giving this course over and over again, I find that there are a couple of categories of people who are totally out of the field, categories of people who are in the construction and engineering field and would like to do a shift, and other category is people who are already deep-rooted into facility management and want to advance their careers. As I said, this course is comprehensive and is designed in a way that it caters to everyone's needs. Some people want to get the certification and just to get the introduction and stop there. Others want to know what it is, and others want to go all the way and get the official certification from IFMA, and you can stop wherever you want and according to whatever needs you are looking from this course. I'll be there to assist you handle this and to help you achieve your goals over the course of the next 11 sessions. So what is facility management? Can someone who is in facility management explain to me what, or tell us what is facility management? What's their definition of facility management?
We can put it as it's like managing a property, which could be sort of any from hospitals to airports to commercial or residential properties. Managing in all aspects, including it could be, if we speak about integrated facility management, means MEP, electromechanical, with civil and including soft services also.
100%. Rightfully. So basically, the definition of IFMA is that is a profession, first of all, that encompasses multiple disciplines. So in facility management, we have multiple disciplines. We have from the hard services, such as the MEP, electrical, mechanical, ELV systems, civil. It has the soft services, landscaping, valet parking, catering. So all of these are multiple disciplines. And what's the purpose of it? The purpose of it, and this is the key word of the definition of IFMA, is to ensure the functionality of the built environment. And so facility management applies to anything which is called a built environment. So the built environment can be a stadium. A couple of you are working on stadiums. So it can be a stadium, it can be a hospital, it can be a school, it can be a mall, it can be a residential building, it can be an airport. So the purpose of facility management, okay, is to ensure the functionality of the built environment. So we encompass these multiple disciplines: the civil, the electrical, the mechanical, the painters, the electricians, the welders. All of these are integrated to ensure the functionality of the built environment. So how do you ensure the functionality of a stadium? It means that it works as designed. It takes care of the people playing the game. It takes care of the people visiting the stadium. It meets the security requirements of the building and all of this. And how we do so? We do so by integrating the people, the place, the process, and technology. So the people, as facility management, we are in these built environments are built in a way or another to serve people. If it's a stadium, it's serving people, allowing them to watch a game. If it's a hospital, it's serving people by allowing them to get the medical treatment. And these people are on the visitor side, like for a mall, this is on the visitor side, plus the people who are working in the mall, plus the stakeholders. So people are an integral part of facility management, okay? And we are please, guys, as I said, if you are not talking, please mute yourselves. Yeah, I muted him. Okay, so we integrate the people and with the place. So when you're talking about a built environment, you're talking about a place. It's not it's something identified. This is the place itself. We integrate it with the people, the place, the process. Process is how we do things. The sequence of us, how we do the maintenance, how we do the scheduled maintenance. Do we wait till it's break down? Do we fix it? Do we do it ahead of time? How frequently do we check it? What do we do in case of an emergency? So these different protocols that we utilize, these are part of the process. And technology, the technology which we are utilizing. So all those four components are integrated to secure the functionality of the built environment. This is in general the definition of IFMA. Who is IFMA? IFMA is the International Facility Management Association. Someone texted now asking for you can raise your hand at any time. I will get a notification and you can ask a question. So preferably not to utilize the chat. So if you have a question, just raise your hand, open your mic and ask the question. So you have anything to ask Ahmad Abdul Rahman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question at the last of the session in order not to interrupt your thinking, your stream of thinking?
Yeah, is it something
it
related
okay?
to this or something else?
Yes, related to the definition itself, yes.
Yeah, come back to the definition. No, let us not, when we are on a topic, better we address it now. Yeah.
Okay, actually, you say here functionality. You mean only functionality? Yeah, for instance, if we take the HVAC, and now HVAC is working, it's okay. But the client, for instance, wants the AC to be more high or luxury or something like that. So what I mean is only not functionality. It should be the client, what's called the client certification or requirement.
This is your definition of functionality. We will come to this. What is the functionality? Functionality does it. See, if it's providing a heat, what do you call heat comfort, which is not suiting the requirements of the visitors, it's not functional.
No, it can be functional, but it's still not.
It's not functional, not in the technical term of it. It's not functional. The system
functioning means working.
Functional in this case means satisfying the needs of the requirement for which it was built. Okay. So for an airport, and then we will cover this in the first session, what we call is that what's the mission essential function of a building? What's the purpose of a building? And this is what we mean by functionality. For example, the mission essential function of an airport is to route passengers in an efficient manner and with allowing the authorities to check the legal requirements and so on, etc., etc. So by functionality, it means that it should work, not work technically how it works. Functional, it means as a system, it's doing its intended purpose. So the intended purpose of a mall, for example, would be to allow the shoppers to have a pleasant experience and to shop more. So it involves many things. So the safety should not be compromised. The lighting should be at a certain level. It's not enough that it is, how do you say, when you say functionality, for example, a building can be running although it's dirty, right? You can have a mall run while it's dirty, but does it mean the functionality of which intended use it is? If it's not meeting the intended use, that it's not properly functional. This is what functionality is defined by the IFMA. So it's not only the technical term, it's that if it's meeting the requirements of the intended use of the building.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We will be covering lots of these subjects. And as I said, IFMA, people don't expect to have, how do you call technical training in this. This is not about technicality. It's about the management philosophy of how to manage a facility. And you will get to know it as we move along. So IFMA is the International Facility Management Association. It is founded in 1980. Okay, so it's like 40 years now, and it's the world's largest and most widely recognized international association for facility management professionals. It is the #1 reference. Like you have, for example, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers is a reference for mechanical engineers. Like you have the ASHRAE, American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning to be the RIEEE for electrical engineers. So IFMA is the most widely recognized association for facility management professionals. There are 24,000 members spread over 105 countries. IFMA and facility management is concept, particularly in Qatar, has been rising in the last few years. Why? Because the building construction has reached to a point where now the building owners want to run their buildings efficiently. So we are at that cycle. Initially, the focus was on construction. Now the focus is on how can I run my building efficiently. There is a general misunderstanding that managing a building or facility management is about having 5, 6 technicians, 50 technicians, or whatever it is, and you go and manage a building. This is not the reality of it. The longevity of a building. See, the minute cost in a building will be in the construction phase. No matter how expensive the building is, the construction phase is actually maybe 15, 20, 30%. In worst case, it will not even reach there, will be the cost of construction compared to the cost of the lifespan of the building. For you to operate and run the building, there are a lot of costs involved. And for you to be competitive in the market, whether it is your building and you're using it for your own use, or whether it is something that you are providing as a service for people who you are renting, you need to run your building efficiently. And you need to look at the building from a whole lifespan point of view. It's not enough that your equipment is simply functioning. It is functioning, but on what cost? Is it really running as per the intended efficiency design? I am having an HVAC system and I'm running it at very, I don't care about the efficiency of it. What's that gonna affect on my electricity bill? Or I'm just running it, and like many times you see big buildings here are run with the concept of run to fail. That maybe you can do on a small scale for small houses. But when you're running it on a run to fail basis and you're running large equipment, large chillers, you are really shelling out a big amount of money because you are not looking on the lifespan of equipment. So when the landlords here or the real estate developers are reaching this level of maturity, now they're looking at their buildings from a total cost perspective. And I see it every day in the market. You see some of them still have the mentality, you know what is it? I'm gonna go with just any guy who has some technicians and who will come and manage my building. What happens, in fact, is that when they go with this kind of arrangement, or when they go, especially when the building is big, or let's say an airport, for example, an airport has a very complex procedure. And fortunately, the people running the airport will already know this, and they will hire the proper team to handle it. But let's say on a smaller scale, if it's a tower or let's say a mall, the building owners understand that after they try themselves and they go for just like, you know, many think, even the big developers think it's about having 5, 6 people to come and manage the building. If there's a problem, they go and notify the contractors. It's not like that. And they see it hands-on. They see that if they put no proper scheduling of maintenance activities, no proper management and understanding of the energy, then they end up paying way more because the breakdowns will be more, the reliability of the building will be less, tenants will complain, and the attractiveness of the building in terms of leasing out is going to be affected. And of course, as we have more competition in the market, you will see that people will be going more on their toes, ensuring that are more energy efficiency driven in terms of how much time do I have a shutdown in a building? How frequently is my thermal comfort temperature out of range, and so on. And this happens as the market matures. You can see, for example, regionally, facility management plays a much more important role in somewhere like Dubai, where the market has already crossed that level and the market has become mature, the competition is high, and all the developers are trying to provide the best service and trying to reduce the operational inefficiencies to the maximum. And for that, IFMA is the #1 body advising facilities on how to manage their facilities, what are the best practices. And in this IFMA, the CFM is the highest certification sought after. So same like you have for the Project Management Institute, you have in project management, the #1 credential globally is the PMP, Project Management Professional Certification. In facilities, it's the Certified Facility Manager. So what is a CFM? Is globally recognized as the most reliable standard for facility management. It's the most sought after credential in facility management. It sets the industry standard for measuring the knowledge and competence of practicing facility managers. So this is the baseline, more or less. And as the market here again is progressing, we didn't used to hear of this long before. Now you are finding it, and you can see in the job applications that preferably relevant industry credentials. And I'm sure many of you are here because of that. And sometimes it's more specific, preferably certified facility manager. This used to happen a lot with PMP. PMP was optional at some times, and now I think it's very unlikely that someone will hire a project manager without having a PMP certification. It has become the norm. And the CFM, I think, is moving on that track. So what benefit it gives if someone becomes a certified facility manager? Of course, it's a key distinguishing factor in today's competitive job market. CFMs earn 25 more annually, and whether it's here or in the States, in some parts of the world, like in the States, it's a federal requirement to be certified. So in certain types of buildings and certain requirements, it's a federal requirement. Again, whatever certification you're taking, whatever investment in yourself that you are taking, and all of you are, because you've already taken the first step and you register for this course. So it means that you are interested in your self-development. So you are demonstrating initiative and leadership. How the employer will benefit. So other than us benefiting from being a certified facility managers, the employer will benefit. How the employer will benefit? Because they will have an access to the best practices in the industry. So, and the best practices will assure professional excellence, and you will be working, the team will be working with the global FM professional standards. You will be able to, the employer will be recognizing the experienced facility managers, and it will benefit them in accessing as the best practices. How do I earn the CFM credential? So now we go into the technicalities if you want to go certified. As I mentioned, this course is not only about getting certified. Getting certified, of course, is a key part of it, and we will be focusing on it. But again, we are going to cover the topics, explain them, and then focus on areas where are critical for getting certified. So to get the CFM credential, first of all, you have to meet the eligibility requirements. We will be covering those, the eligibility requirements. How many years of experience are needed? What is your profession, your background, if any? Is there any training? So these are the eligibility requirements. We will cover them in the next slide. And once you meet the eligibility requirements, you have to prepare the exam. No specific coursework is needed. So you don't have to, it's not like the PMP. In the PMP, you have to show 35 course credits, and you have to apply through that when you do it in the application. For IFMA, it's not necessary to do so. But of course, if you go and do it blindly like that without preparing, you are not likely to pass the exam. So this is what the course covers is the IFMA Facility Management Learning System. This one, the course is based on this one, and this one will help you prepare for the exam. Once you have done the studies, or you can even do it now, you can submit your application through the IFMA website, and then you schedule and hopefully pass the exam. How it happens is that when you meet the eligibility requirements, you prepare your credentials and you go and apply, you will get an IFMA approval for the exam. Once you get the IFMA approval, you can schedule an appointment to take the exam at one of Prometric centers. So the Prometric center is centers provided all over the globe. In Qatar, we have only one, I think, and this is called the New Horizons on Salwa Road. But everything can be registered online. And once you go that, and they are the ones who do for different certifications globally. For example, the PMP also deals with the Prometric. You go there, and the exam is a 4-hour exam, okay? And it's 180 multiple choice questions. And it's administered to a computer-based testing format. So it's an ABC multiple choice format. It's a 4-hour exam. The exam doesn't require calculations. You don't need a calculator. You're not allowed to bring anything into the exam, and it's without breaks. So whatever breaks that you have to take them from your own time. But you will not really need, if you are prepared well, you will not really need the full 4 hours to finish the exam. You will already have a lot of time, and you will be able to see so. Once you get certified, the certification is valid for 3 years, after which you need to recertify. To recertify, you just have to show some courses. We call them PDUs. You have to take some courses. You can take some online or in person, and then you can apply for the renewal of the certification. So we go to the eligibility requirements, okay? Eligibility requirements, years of FM experience. So the certification that's beneath this certification is called FMP, Facility Management Professional, okay? Most people will skip that and will jump directly to the CFM. But if you are FMP, this is the requirement. If you are non-FMP, which I think all of you are, you need these requirements. So if you are having a facility management master's degree or bachelor degree from an IFMA accredited degree program, it's 3 years, the experience. And I don't think most of you qualify for this. Most of you will qualify for either this or this. So related bachelor's degree. What do they mean by related bachelor's degree? It's a very wide, how do I say, discipline. It's a multidiscipline. So it can be any electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, someone civil engineer or so. And you have to demonstrate that you have relevant experience. So even you can be an unrelated bachelor degree or associate degree, or you can even apply if you have some post-secondary education. So even there is no need for a bachelor, but of course, in that case, the requirements will increase to 8 years. The certification process, as I said, you have to comply with the eligibility requirements, prepare for the exam, complete the application, submit the application and payment form. You get your approval or denial in 21 days. You schedule the exam and then sit for the exam. And it's a pass or fail exam. And you will get it when you finish the course. When you finish, while seated, you finish, you click submit, you wait a few seconds, they will tell you, you passed or you failed. And then they will send you an email. And after you do that, comply with the test center expectations, which is nothing, and you have to to be there on time and not cheat and so on. And then you have to fill an ethics requirement. This will be a small course which you do online for I think 20 pounds, something like that, and then you obtain your certifications. I know many of you will have questions, so if you have questions, I'll open the door. Any questions or all clear?
So after I finish the exam, I mean the IFMA exam, and I want to renew after 3 years the license of that.
Yeah.
How many courses? What are the courses, and where do I take them?
They are available online usually, and when you go to the IFMA website, there are different courses. There's a number of PDU, personal development units, which you need to take. It's maybe 1 or 2 courses, and you can take them to renew. It's not a complex process at all. Just requires your attendance of the course, and they basically want to make sure that people are still up to date on what's happening with the facility management.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Other questions? Ahmad Abdul Rahman.
Excuse me, Prometric, can you explain Prometric? And this institute, is it a private institute? Yani this association, private, not governmental?
Yes, private institute.
It's a private, not governmental. How many countries, yani, all over the world, this make accreditation?
It's all over the world. You can go and check their website, prometric.com. They basically do exams for all of these, like the PMP, the ASHRAE, the LEAD, all of those.
Yes.
They are serviced by these Prometric exam centers.
Because when I write Prometric in the Wikipedia, I found American Petroleum Institute, GRE, LEAD. Unfortunately, I didn't find this certificate.
No, it's maybe you misspelled it, just click Prometric.
Prometric.
Prometric.com.
Prometric.com, okay.
Prometric.com.
Okay. So the meaning of Prometric is based in US, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's prometric.com, and they do all kinds of courses, all kinds of certifications. So it's just an institute.
Okay. So means Europe and USA, yeah.
All over the world.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Who are raising their hands? Ahmad Abdul Rahman.
Finish, okay. It's okay.
No, you finished? Okay, fine. Ammar.
Now, regarding for this CFM, after completing the exam and pass it or success, so that means by default I will be a member in IFMA, right?
No.
Not.
No.
So how to become?
You can now become a member. Now you can become a member. You go pay $200-something and you will become a member.
I see.
Yes.
So that means it's separate. It's separate from the exam.
Yes, 100%.
All right. Okay. Thanks for clarification.
We will be covering that again as we move ahead. Okay. Sheikh?
Yeah, I just wanted to know about the attempts for the exam. How many attempts about if you fail?
We will come to that. You will pass from the first time.
Inshallah.
Okay. We will come to that.
Great.
Any other
Hello?
questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, Fahad here.
Yeah, Fahad.
I have just 2 questions. First, regarding the application, we have to fill it. Would you support us for filling it?
See, these things are pretty much straightforward. You can go, the people and the team can support you with that. But the application is straightforward, more or less. There is no complication in it, nothing. But still, if you need assistance, the team from the the center will help you with that.
Yeah, actually, I heard from my friend that it is something difficult. Well, that's why. Or second thing that how is the exam oriented? Means it is like some the questions will be like on practical basis or from the one which we do course. Means how it is oriented.
Yeah. Look, this course, this exam, usually it's an easy one. I will be covering them as we move ahead. It's 90-something% out of it is from the books. 95 more, I can tell you. If you read the book, okay, and you understand the book, you will pass. The passing rate is not low. The passing rate is 70% plus. So again, it's not a very difficult exam. The PMP, I find it much more difficult and not straightforward. The PMP, there is no book for it. If you read the PM book or whatever, those of you who know what I'm talking about will find that it's not straightforward. There are many situational questions, and there are many tricks. The IFMA is not at all like that. Not at all. It's straightforward, direct to the point. If you study well and you are well prepared, you will pass.
Mr. Bahar, even for the people who's like me, out of industry, can pass it easy?
Yes.
Okay, this is good.
I will tell you what. I will cover now when we are going into the subjects. Let me maybe then I will hold on the questions now. Let us go through and then I will explain more and maybe you'll have a better idea. Okay. So how long, this is the golden question. How long does it take to become a CFM? See, there is no specific coursework required. The length of time needed depends greatly on the individual. It depends on you. And when you will see the topics is that it depends what's your level of knowledge. Again, the test your ability to apply FM knowledge and skills through a wide range of work experience as well as related education in the FM competency areas. This is the core of the questions. The competency areas. There are 11 competency areas, okay, and 11 different subjects. One of them we will fast is the communication. Another one related to human resources, and so on. We will see that. So IFMA wants to focus on creating managers, not technical people. You should have some technical conversation. You should be able to have technical conversation, but most importantly is that you should have managerial skills. So that's why when I say when you are out of this field, if, for example, even if you are a business major and you are an MBA, this course will be easy for you to pass. If you have more experience in terms of theories of managing people, the quality, and so on, we will have a look now as we move ahead on these 11 competency areas. And if you cover them to a large extent, then the passing of you will become easier. Allow enough time to prepare. And you must take the exam within 3 months of the application and acceptance. It's 90 days. Okay. How much does it cost? These costs are there on the website. I don't know how updated they are, but they will be within the range. So regarding the question which I was asked regarding if I'm a member or not member, see, if you are a non-member and you want to apply for the exam, it will cost you $815. If you are a member, it will cost you $550. So IFMA is encouraging you to bundle these two together because the $550 plus $219 will still be less than the price of non-membership. Okay, and now if you want to become an IFMA member, you can just go and pay this amount and you will become an IFMA member. You will not be certified, but you are an IFMA member if you are somehow related to the industry. The 11 competency areas that I mentioned, one is communication. As a manager, you are dealing with people, and we saw the definition of facility management. It talks about integration, the people, place, process, and technology. you are dealing with people. You are dealing with people on your team. You as a manager, you are dealing people on the client side. You are dealing with people. If you are running an airport, the visitors of the airport are people. The contractors that you are dealing with are people. Your subordinates are people. You are dealing with people, whatever you're doing as a manager or even as an employee. So communication is a very important subject. Emergency preparedness and business continuity. So this topic measures about how to prepare the contingency planning to ensure the continuity of the business in case of a disaster. We have seen this being applied largely in the last period of the pandemic. There are some organizations which are prepared internally and others which are like leaving it to the situations. We will cover that in details. The environmental stewardship and sustainability. IFMA has a beautiful description of how to become sustainable. And it's not only about being environment and great to the environment. Sustainability, they define it as a balance between the people, the planet, and the profit. So they take the three aspects into it for an act to be sustainable. And we will be covering that into details. Finance and business. If you are a manager, wherever you are working, you should be somehow involved into the finances and the businesses. So this module covers the basic topics of, you're not expected to become a chartered accountant, but you're supposed to know what's the balance sheet, what's the project costing, what about interest rates, return on investment, the time value of money, all of these, what do they mean? So this is something that you as a manager, whatever you're going to be running, you're going to be facing. The human factors. So we talked in number 1 about the communication. Number 5, we're talking about the human factors, how to motivate your employees, how to deal with them, what motivates people, what demotivates them, how can you keep the team satisfied, and the different theories of that are covered again in the leadership and strategy. So the leadership and strategy is one of the most important modules. We will see a weightage of these modules. They are not all equal. Not all of them are equally important, but in general. So leadership and strategy, we will cover the different leadership theories, how to lead the teams, and what's the best way to keep your team fully functional. So from a pure managerial perspective, then we talk about strategy. What is strategy? You as a manager should be involved in setting strategies or implementing strategies. So you need to understand what does it mean to have a strategy, and to what do we align it? We as facility managers, how are we linked to the general image of the company or what the company needs to achieve? Operations and maintenance. You see that many people will think that this course is about operations and maintenance. It is just one out of 11 modules. So this is only one. And this one will talk about the operations and maintenance for facility management, the different terminologies utilized. Project management. As a facility manager, we are always dealing with projects, whether it's a renovation, whether it's an upgrade. So the difference between the project and the continuing operations is defined. Do we have anyone who's PMP certified? If you are PMP certified, this project management module is a direct excerpt from the PMP, just the direct, because similarly, like worldwide, IFMA is recognized as the leader in facility management. The IFMA recognizes other bodies. So they recognize the Project Management Institute to be the mother of project management. So they simply took the data and made some tailoring on facilities management, but they even referred to the PMBOK, which is the PIM book, which is the project management body of knowledge by the Project Management Institute. Quality. Quality is the essence of what we strive to do, and quality is defined by the customer. And regarding the question which I got is the functionality. The functionality, it should be defined by the quality, and there's a stress that quality is defined by the client. It's not defined by the owner. It's defined by the end user. quality, something you are providing, maybe, oh, it's okay. No, the client defines what's the quality. And if you don't want to listen that, your facility or your business will suffer because they will go to someone else who's offering a better quality. Real estate and property management. So again, facility management should not be taken to the dry extent to what it is here. Here it is still limited to the extent of being the hard maintenance and the soft service maintenance. Facility management encompasses more than that. It encompasses real estate. Even the integrated facility management, which we have here, still doesn't have this. I don't see a company which is doing it from A to Z. Maybe some private companies are big names where they rent their own properties. They do the facility management from A to Z. So again, this is a separate module, and we are introduced to the different definitions of the real estate and the property management, how the property grows, how the property ages, what considerations, what are the terms and definitions that we need to take into considerations. And finally, the last module will be technology. So the different technologies, the latest technologies that we use in facility management, what's an integrated workspace management system, what's a computerized maintenance management system, what's the computer-aided facility management, and so on, the CFM and so on, and the tools and utilities that we use. As we see that there are 11 competency areas, but they are not all equal. Of course, these are not things officially provided by IFMA, but this information which you get by experience and by looking around, you can see that the leadership and strategy will have a higher weight of questions. So this is the number of questions out of 180 questions. You will see that the number 1 will be leadership and strategy. So you can see the operations and maintenance is second only. And you can understand why, because if you don't, it's because that the technology means software for FM or what? It means software and more, Abid. It means the software and it means the tools, which you are knowing, like 3D imaging. What's the GIS? What are the software? What is a card reader? What do you call the different tools which you use as a facility management for asset management, the GIS system. So it's the hard and the soft tools, just like an overall overview of the technology that's used by facility management. That's what it is. Leadership and strategy, performance and quality. So we said the second is operations and maintenance. The third, more or less, finance and business. This is something maybe not many will be happy with, but again, it's very important for you to, as a manager, you're supposed to know your finances. You're supposed to know your numbers. And that applies whether you're doing a facility management or any kind of business. When you're climbing up the management ladder, finance is important because it's the core for why businesses are there. Even if you are having a non-profit business, you should know how much you are spending for you to be a manager. And if you are running a regular business, you should bring profitability to your operations and so on. So the different weightage, you see that the communication is of lesser importance and so on. So why this guideline is provided? Because I came up with my, those of you who want to go to and to the extent of going for the exam preparation tactics, these are some of my advice. Okay, it's not universal. Different people learn differently, and we will see that. So my preparation tactics. This is stuck somehow. Okay. A very important thing that you have to put in your mind, that there's a very big difference between FM practical knowledge and passing the CFM exam. As you can see from this introductory session, you can be a facilities manager for having 15, 20 years. But if you are not knowledgeable about the different areas, strategy, maybe you are a very good executional manager, okay? But the IFMA wants you to become a an overall picture management. So covering this. So to that, you need to understand and you need to take into your consideration. And the second thing is that the best way that I find, and I get this question, oh, is this course enough for us to pass? No. A short answer is no. Because the course will highlight the key important areas for you to study. It will highlight the areas, it will give a general idea of the topic, but the knowledge which is provided, and you will have access to the books and whatever, the knowledge and the amount of data cannot be covered in this number in a 30-40 hour course. You know, it needs more than that. So you need to read through the course material. Of course, again, the material is designed in such a way it can be intimidating when you look at the books, huge books, and you have lots of them. So if you print them out, you will have like a big stack of books. Don't be intimidated. It's meant to be like as a base. And I believe that you should read. If you don't read, at least skim. What does a skim mean? Is that a quick read, look at the topics. So that's why I say that, because most of the questions are gonna come from the book, you can start by attempting the questions at the end of each chapter. So if you are able to solve the questions at the end of each chapter, you will pass the exam. If you are able to solve these questions, which are provided by the book, with an accuracy of 70-80%, you will pass the exam. So a best strategy which I found helpful for me is that I used to go to the chapter's end and check what is there and see if I can, where I can have, when can we have a hard copy textbook. I'm not sure that you will have a hard copy. This is an online, you will have online material. These technical details, please discuss them with the center, not with me. So you start by attempting the questions at the end of each chapter, and then you go to the areas where you are weak and you focus on areas new to you. So skim through areas which you know. For example, someone who is PMP certified, I ran through the chapter of project management like that, flipping, just flipping, because there is nothing really new to add there. If you already know this, maybe you are good in have some background in human resources, so that the chapter on human resources will be easy for you, and leadership and strategy as well. We continue. Revisit the questions at the end of each chapter after you read it. Yeah, I found it a good strategy. I used to go open the questions at the end of the chapter. Okay, I see by reading the questions, I know, for example, IFMA wants to focus on which area. Then I go and read the chapters, and then in the end, I attempt the questions again, and I see where I'm strong and where I am weak. So these again are tactics. Of course, practicing and solving more of the questions at the end of the chapters, you will be improving your chances. But one important thing is that do not overstudy. It is not a scary exam. It's not a very difficult exam. I encourage you, because what happens is that sometimes people will go and study and then they think, oh, I'm still not ready. I'm still not ready. Well, a question bank will be provided. The questions at the end of the book will be are there. This is the question bank, and yeah, there are some additional material available in the portal. Do not overstudy. Once you feel you are ready, jump into it. If Mushtaq, if you can cover the questions at the end of the book chapter, you don't need anything else. This is my opinion. So don't go everywhere and waste your energy on it. Again, on the exam day, arrive half an hour earlier, relax and sleep. Important thing that there is no wrong question. So if you don't know the question, mark it anyhow. And there is no allotted time for breaks in the 4 hours. Breaks, if you decide to take them, will be from your exam time. So when you go into a Prometric center, they will take your phone, mobile, everything from you. They'll put it in a locker and they'll let you inside. Once you are inside, if you want to go and take a bathroom break, they allow you. You have to go out, and then when you come back, they will search you all over again. So it is a little bit time consuming, so take it into your consideration. But again, as I told you, it doesn't need that time. I finished the exam in 3 hours. You are not allowed to bring anything to your examination room. Answer all exam questions. There is no penalty for wrong answers. Don't spend too much time on one question. If you find a question that, so as mean I am not successful facility manager, I will answer that, Abd al-Rahman. I don't understand it. If I pass the CFM, but I don't have practical knowledge, so that means I am not successful facility manager. Okay, I don't know. I will open up and you can speak about it. Let me finish about this. So don't spend too much time on one question. You should pace yourself. So you divide the 180 by the number of hours, and you should be seeing, okay, where am I as I move along? Mark doubtful answers and come back to them. Deploy the elimination technique. So usually what we will do is that in each session that we do is that I've kept some questions, 8, 9, 10 questions, depending. We will be solving them. And why we'll be solving them together is that to teach you on a way how to think. A very effective way to solve multiple choice questions is the elimination technique. The elimination technique is you eliminate the wrong answers and you narrow it down. So there are, out of the 4 answers, usually there are 2 which are very obviously wrong. And the more you eliminate, the more you improve your chances of the success in answering the question. There are some question tricks, which again, we will be highlighting when solving the sample exams. What if I fail? If you fail, it's not the end of the world. I got this question. You can retake the exam at a reduced fee. Don't ask me what's the reduced fee. I don't know it. And you have up to 1 year to retake the exam. You need to submit a retake application and payment form in order to retake the exam. So in this course, what's my role? I will assist and support you in passing the CFM exam. I'll provide you with the necessary information, way of thinking, material, and explanations. Your role is to be attentive and interactive and to study and prepare in the exam. In the end, it's you who's going to be studying and it's you who's going to be passing or failing. Good luck on your journey. Ahmad, can you unmute and ask the question? I didn't quite get it. I unmuted you. Ahmad?
Yes. My question is that now is it exam, I passed the exam, but I still have lack of experience, of the facility management experience, practical field knowledge. So is that mean that can I be successful facility manager or still not?
It's like you're asking.
My question is that is passing the exam, is this me guarantee that I will be a good facility manager? Or I need experience?
It's like you're telling me is that like I'm a mechanical engineer. You are asking me, okay, if I graduate from mechanical engineer, will I be a good mechanical engineering?
Yes, something like that. Yeah, in university, yeah, because I feel the certificate is like a university degree. I take the degree. Every engineer is graduated from university, is engineer, but not every engineer is professional. This is what I want. So here I will learn how to be professional also, or only just certificate I will take. So okay, thank you.
You are answering your own question. You can get the certification, but how you deal with it in practical life, this provides you guideline, but it doesn't tell you how to act on a day-to-day basis. You can be a graduate. Not all engineers are equal. Not all doctors are equal, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're answering your own question.
One more question, Mr. Baha. Yes. Now, consider that I am landlord, okay? I am the owner, and I have property, asset, building, okay? Now, I want to select a facility manager. What advice, what tips you can give to me in order to select a facility manager?
you need how do I say, a well-trained and experienced facility manager.
Well-trained experience. Yeah. Let me ask a question in other words. What criteria I want to select in the facility manager that can attract me? Yani, for instance, is technically, yani, is this enough, or should we also have communication skills? As you said, we'll study communication. Yani, sometimes I see people very technically strong, but they don't have communication skills. They don't know how to deal with the situation.
Do you see these people reaching on top of organizations?
No, actually, because
Exactly.
they lack the managing.
Exactly.
Technically.
So you are again answering yourself. So it depends what I need. Yani. If I need, like, for example, depends on the type of facility. For example, if I am having, like, I wanted to hire someone for my energy center, okay, for an energy center. For an energy center, he's not going to be dealing with clients. He's not going to be, I need someone who's technically superb, okay? So that's why I picked up someone whose previous experience very much, because this is a very technical job in itself. And, you know, it's someone who understands the water balancing, who understands the different parameters, who understands the energy optimization, and so on. So this is the criteria. Whereas if I want a facility manager, let's say for a big facility, let's say I want to handle Qatar University and I need a facility manager for the whole facility, then no, it's not enough to be technical, for sure, 100%. I need someone who knows to talk to people, who knows to...
Contractor suppliers, to talk with
100%,
contractor supplier, technical specialists like that.
Exactly.
One more question. Also, is it there is any kind of relation between this certificate and the lead certificate?
Yes.
Or no any? There is. Can you give example, or can give me what
in the sustainability sector? In the sustainability section, we're gonna be covering the sustainability. Again, same as in the project management, they refer to the PMI. In the sustainability, there's a lot of referral to the lead. Okay, but lead is only one of the bodies. Lead is not, even lead is not as universal as IFMA. Lead is very important, but you see many countries are having their own certifications. Here you have the GORD, right?
Yes, yeah. Because I worked before in Mishrab city, downtime city in Qatar, and there is a requirement for leads. The city have requirements for leads like that.
Yeah, so the lead is for the sustainability. So it's just covering one area.
So it means this is one area here, it will be covered. Summary for the lead.
At least if you're not aware what is lead and what is this, you will be able to know it in this course.
Oh, okay. I will take short summary about leads in this course. Yeah, inshallah.
Yes. Not lead in specific, and what does sustainability mean? Yeah, what's the lead system? We will be covering it, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Anyone else? Any other questions? Any other questions?
Mr. Baha, I wanted to know, as you said, the exam will be spread, it will be covering 11 competency areas. I wanted to know that do they have like sessions for each competency, or is it all together mixed up?
No, each session we will be taking, the course is designed that each session that we will be taking the next 11 sessions. Each session is for one competency area.
No, I'm saying in the exam. No.
It's mixed
up. Huh?
No, it's mixed up. Yeah.
Nice.
In the exam, it's mixed up. Yes.
And maybe I wanted to know, do you have any idea how many CFMs do we have in Qatar presently active? Any idea? To know the market.
Yeah, they were few, but they were rising.
Okay.
There's a deep interest in CFM now. And that's what I said, when I was explaining later on. I believe if you leave it 1 or 2 years from now, it will be a mandatory requirement.
As you said, yeah, like in PMP, absolutely.
It will be, and many companies are asking for it now.
I saw it on many, as you mentioned, on many job description requirements also. It's really preferred. The more the standard, this is the requirement.
Yeah, because this is an industry standard, and they are moving ahead with it.
Yeah, I think I missed your introduction, or I believe many other guys might have missed it. I would appreciate if you can give at the end a quick, so that everyone is aware of it, if you don't mind.
On my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A small
Fine.
intro, yeah, for all.
No worries. Okay. Is that it, Sheikh?
Yes, thank you. Yep.
Ammar?
Yes, Mr. Bah, regarding now the exam, do you providing any mock exam before that?
Yes, there is a mock exam in the end.
So in that case, we can like focus on the weakness point for each one of us, right?
I told you is that the best way to focus on your weakness point is to go and read the chapters of the exam. At the end of each semi-chapter, if you just go through, if you already have the access to the material, there is whenever you find and you cover a small chapter, you will find questions in the end. Read through those questions and answer these questions, and you will be able to cover your gap areas.
Okay. Also, is there any kind of revision after, like, I don't know how to say it, revision? Is there any revision for in the end of this course?
There is no revision. We are not in the 5th grade here. You will have access to, you will have access to all the material. You have access to the slides. You have access to the videos, and you can prepare from that. I'm providing you with the enabling tools for you to go and study, and that's why I wrote you. It's your effort at the end of the day. If you decide you want to go through ahead of it, you have to do some effort and read through the material. The material is comprehensive, is not small, and this course is just a 3-hour course per session, which is not gonna cover every minute detail out of it.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
This course takes 1 month, if I'm right.
Yeah, it takes 11 sessions. Basically, we're going to have 3 sessions per week. So this is almost 1 month. Yeah.
Okay. Can I register for CFM immediately after the course?
You can register from today.
From today?
Yeah. As I said, there is no course requirements. You can start the application today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Because I need to do the exam immediately after the course.
Okay, you can register from today. Actually, I had some students who had the strategy of said, okay, look, what I will do is that I prefer that I don't go through this. I'm willing to fail if needed. So I'm just going to go and jump and take the exam. And based on this, I can maybe prepare better.
Okay.
So that's
let me be patient until you go through the course. Then after a month, I register straight away.
Well, yeah. If you have this attitude, I encourage you.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm sure I'll go through it. Because I need the certificate, like yesterday.
This urgency is good. It will let you pass.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Anytime. Any other thing, guys? So if that's it, yes.
Yeah, Fahad.
Yeah, Fahad.
Just to know, what is the passing percentage for the exam? Because I think in some cases it is 50% or 60%. For this exam, what is the passing criteria? Means, for example, out of
I mentioned the criteria. It's not mentioned. They will not tell you. But if you answer 70, they will not tell you the criteria, and officially they will not even tell you the weightage, which I showed you. This is something speculative, more or less, and based on feedback. It's not official from them. But the unofficial is that if you are able to answer 70% or more of the questions correct, you will pass.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Anything else? Anyhow, we will have the chance to address any other thing in the last in the next sessions. If that's it, I will bid you farewell, and till we meet in, I think, next Saturday. The next schedule will be issued on the group. Till then, enjoy your evening and see you next time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.